Welcome to Introverse.
So you're going to Canada.
Going to Canada next week.
Yeah.
Thursday.
And it's a work
It's
trip,
important.
right?
I'm a real important guy in the company, and no, every 2 years they have like a managers summit or meeting, and,
Right.
So yeah, all the managers go and have like a day of conferences and good food
Right.
at night, and that's about it, just for a couple days.
Right.
So it's in Canada.
Canada.
Niagara.
Oh, Canada. So you're going to Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Yep.
Niagara
The hotel
Falls.
is right on the falls. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
can
It's-
you hear me?
How's it going, Stan? Yep.
Hey, good to meet you, man.
You too, man.
Dustin, who doesn't talk highly of very many people, talks very highly of you.
Good. He's listening.
Yes. Yeah.
Dustin, I got to tell you, I'm struggling, man.
You're struggling?
Yeah, that old sciatic nerve is giving me 7 kinds of heck,
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. So you're still waiting for your appointment?
Wednesday. So I go right here on Wednesday. I actually went, a guy at Nichols wanted us to vote for like the all region baseball and track and field teams. So I went over to Nichols at 3:00 and sat in the corner. And these guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like laying on my back on the floor,
God.
looking up at the ceiling. And they understood and everything. But I will say this. I don't know if it's because of the show or whatever, but I'm feeling pretty. I'm nervous, but I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Well, that's what the Introverse does. It makes everything better. That's
I saw that soda pop you drinking. What is that?
Oh, this is actually a beer. This is actually
Oh, that's what I needed to. I should have got
Yeah.
smacked.
this is a Ziegenbach. My wife likes to
Can't say
buy
I've ever heard of it.
Never heard of it either.
different beers for me. It's made by the Karbach Brewing Company.
No clue.
I've had it before. It's similar to Shiner Bach. It's
Oh, is that right?
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it's not
I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm domestic.
It's a good old
It's
Coors
ultra.
Light.
It's ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with
Drank
that.
plenty of Coors in my day.
Yeah, no, B was just telling us about he is actually taking a work trip to Canada
Yeah.
Awesome.
next week.
Yeah. Next
What part?
Thursday. Niagara.
Awesome.
So I guess is the city called Niagara? It's on the right on the
Yeah.
falls.
I think there's a Niagara on both sides of the border.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to
So
cross the street to go to the one of the
Right.
tours, which is in the States. And
I've never been.
it's a
No.
bucket list. It's a bucket list for me, for sure.
yeah, it's cool.
No, so I was curious. Are you staying at the hotel where they shot Superman?
I did not even know that. So I might be. It's an old hotel.
Because
The
there's
Sheridan.
in the movie I don't know if it's accurate, but supposedly they're staying at a hotel and it's right near Niagara Falls, and
It's like the
Is that
only.
the famous one that kind of hangs over the falls or whatever?
No, it doesn't hang over the falls.
oh, okay. Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's
that's
see.
not going to happen with me. I'm not looking up a damn thing while we're doing this show. I'm just sitting here and having fun. And
No, this
Whatever-
is not. It's not.
It's
At
not.
all.
Unfortunately,
It's
not hanging over the falls.
Not at all.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But hey,
so damn humid and hot right now.
Yeah. Welcome to Louisiana. Yeah, Brent is in Tampa, so he's got
equally hot. and
Equally
humid.
hot.
Equally hot.
but you don't have the
Yeah.
humidity, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, sure do.
it's
Yeah, he's got the humidity, but I would say that
Louisiana's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Little
correct. I agree.
More. Not much, but a little. It's a little more.
We always feel like it rained for 3 hours and then the sun came out and we have to suck up the water
Yeah.
from the ground. Whereas Tampa and Orlando and even Miami and all of that.
It's true.
So it's like, hey, that's vacation. It's supposed to be hot here.
Yeah.
right.
Right. Yep.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah, we should probably introduce Stan, right? He's we're talking here,
Yeah.
but our guest today on the Introverse
Oh, so we're on.
We
is
are on.
Stan the
Yeah.
Man
I love the way y'all do that. That's awesome.
Gravois. And Stan, I've been working with Stan for 9 years at one place,
Oh wow.
and we worked together for 3 years at another place.
But what's interesting is probably, Dustin, if you go back from 2004-ish, maybe 2003. So
Mhm.
it's been over 20 years that we've sort of known each other. We're sort
Yeah.
of kindred spirits in the art world a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
I'm sort of
didn't know that.
following in his footsteps because he was the art teacher first, and then I took over for him, and then he came back, and then he went to Terrebonne General, and then I followed him there, and
She's like your Obi-Wan.
exactly, that's it.
No, not quite. Not quite. The one thing we do have in common is I think we both enjoy the video graphic arts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. We enjoy the traditional arts and things like that too.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we sort of always had a commonality of liking that, and he was the perfect fit for when I left out of that program
Yep.
because it was a pretty unique program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
The one thing we differ in, and I'm probably different than I would say 95% of the art teachers on the high school level, is that I'm also into sports related to coaching and things like
Yeah.
that. And usually you don't find art teachers who are like on your
Right.
football staffs and things like that. But I've always loved art and I've always loved sports. So
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky.
You can love two things.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I would say Stan knows more about sports than the average human. That's
I think maybe down here in our region, our little bayou region.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is if Dustin and I get together, and I know everybody calls him Roby, but I've always just called you Dustin because
yes.
when Dustin and I get together, we may not necessarily talk about sports, but it's always sort of related. Like he will have seen something on the television the night before that had sports as the background in a movie or some show, and he says, "Did you see that? Because was that like realistic, or is that stupid, or is that?" I like taking sports and science fiction and putting it together.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's cool. Yes.
That's interesting.
You remember Cowboys and Aliens? Was it called?
Uh-huh.
Where they kind of went
So
back.
Daniel Craig
Yes.
and Harrison Ford. Yeah.
I always thought that was interesting because every sci-fi movie you see is either from present day or the future, right?
Right.
But to go back in 1880 and make a sci-fi movie
It's
is
awesome.
kind of cool.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
I
awesome.
love it.
I think
I love that movie.
I think it's
Mhm.
underrated. Yeah, I think it's an underrated film. But speaking of sports and movies, what's our favorite sports movie? I mean, this is something I remember as a
Ooh, that's
kid.
interesting. I love what you and B are going to think about these things because y'all are going to say, "God, that guy's old." So, have you ever heard of a movie called Brian's Song?
Nope.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
I have not seen it, but I have heard of it.
So, in about 1968, maybe 69, maybe 67, there was a terrific player for the Chicago Bears, football player named Gale Sayers. So, you may have heard of Gale Sayers.
Heard of Gale Sayers? Yes.
So, he was in rookie camp. He was a rookie at that year. He was obviously an All-American collegiate player. And there was a guy trying out for the Chicago Bears named Brian Piccolo. And Brian Piccolo was, pardon my stereotyping here, he was a very mediocre white guy running back, right? I mean, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. And he was trying out for the team, but he was one of those guys who had heart, right? He was
Mhm.
going to give everything he had.
Like Rudy. Yeah.
Like, sort of like Rudy. You thought I was going to say Rudy, huh? You thought
I was going to say Rudy.
He was going to say Rudy. Okay. I thought I, Tanya was your favorite sports movie. Oh.
Second.
Oh, wow. I just got on. So anyway, Brian Piccolo is playing and he's in camp and he works really hard. And George Halas actually keeps him on the Bears, right? I mean, this is the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
And while he's on the Bears, in his rookie season, at like 21 years old, he has cancer.
Mm.
And
I've heard this story.
he dies during the season.
Yeah.
And he roomed with Gale Sayers. And it's sort of the story of those two.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. I'm like a 6-year-old kid when this movie comes out, maybe even
Wow.
younger. And it's like the old, you remember the old ABC movie of the week kind
Yep.
of show?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it actually wasn't even a theater movie. It was a movie of the week. And I cried like a baby. I mean,
I love
cried.
it. Yeah.
So from a technical perspective, from a cinematic perspective, it had none of that.
Mhm.
Right.
But from a pull at your heartstrings kind of
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
it till the day I die, I am, somebody will ask. And then you can categorize it, right? You could say, okay, so what's your favorite football themed movie? What's your
Right.
favorite baseball themed
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Baseball, by far, for me, is the natural.
Field of Dreams.
No,
Field of Dreams, B, you the man.
Yeah.
because here's the
Field
thing:
of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is a great baseball adjacent movie because there's not a whole heck of a lot of baseball playing in the movie until the end.
But it's all about baseball.
It is, but it's
Have you ever
about
been to a
fathers-
baseball
it's
game?
about-
Most
it's
of a
about
baseball
fathers
game
and
isn't even about
sons.
baseball.
If you are a baseball purist and you
Mhm.
understand that part of your childhood was going out and playing catch with your dad,
Yeah.
and to have the opportunity to do that again when your dad hasn't been around for years, and then in Kevin Costner's case, always loved the, Major League Baseball, come out of a cornfield, man, and play, ball with you. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. And listen,
Yeah.
I live, my father loved baseball, and he's a
Yeah.
sugarcane guy. So my entire life, I've thought about this, telling my brothers this, let's mow down an area and make a baseball field right in the middle of the sugarcane field,
That
right?
would be awesome.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Maybe Joe Leota will come out the,
Yeah.
sugarcane or whatever.
Yeah.
I do love the natural. I do love For the Love of the Game. There's
Yes.
a lot of I do love, you could even get into the comedy movies
Yeah.
related
Yeah,
to
like
sports.
Major League and
Oh, sure.
yeah, all of that stuff.
Happy Gilmore, right down the line.
Bad News Bears. All
What about best basketball movie?
Best basketball movie for me, I'm going to probably make y'all laugh a little bit because
Space
the
Jam.
best one is Hoosiers. The best one's Hoosiers.
Okay.
Hoosiers,
Yeah.
Hoosiers is up there. Yes.
Which is almost like you said, Dustin. It just sort of uses basketball
Yeah.
to tell the story
Yes.
of how you overcome things.
But
in
at the
life.
same time, there's great basketball footage in that
Yes.
movie.
Yeah, it also tells a story of integration and how
Yeah.
there was a time in America where blacks
Yes.
and whites didn't
Yeah.
play together.
Yeah,
and
especially for the championship game at the end. In fact,
Correct.
I rewatched it with my wife a few months back, and I still loved it. The music is great. Gene Hackman is so great. It was actually I watched it after Gene Hackman died. Actually, that was my tribute
Very
to him.
well,
I was like,
yeah.
okay, I got to pick a Gene Hackman movie to watch this weekend because he just passed away,
Good
and
one.
I picked Hoosiers. That was it.
It's a good
there's a sort of closet one that is and Shaquille O'Neal was in it, which
Blue
is
Chips.
Blue Chips.
Yeah.
I liked Blue Chips,
Yeah.
man. I was
Not
like,
bad.
I like John Wooden at UCLA, and it kind of
Mhm.
told the story of how you go out and get these kids and everything you have to deal with. Now that movie
Mhm.
doesn't hold water today because today they're paying these kids millions of
How do
dollars to play.
What
for it,
about
you know?
White Man Can't Jump?
I do like White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Actually, I would
Yeah.
say from a basketball perspective, in my top probably 3 or 4,
Yeah.
White Men Can't Jump is
Fun.
one that
It's a fun one.
It's
Mhm.
fun, and the way that they go through it and they tell
Yeah.
stories about, you can relate, especially if you're a white guy.
Right.
You can sort of relate. The only thing, listen, growing up where we grew up and where you guys are from,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like we're in a city and we have hoops like that
Right.
on the street
Yeah.
corner.
No.
But yeah, from a standpoint of it's almost like the truth, man. White
Yeah.
guys can't
It's a good
jump
one.
like it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did like. I did.
I
Like
think
that.
I think my favorite is the pistol.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
We just earlier today when we were at this thing picking this all-star team, one of the guys there, a little bit older guy, I was telling him about my brother-in-law who's his age,
Mm-hmm.
who used to live down in the dorms with Pistol Pete.
No.
And
Wow.
got to know him a little bit. Said he was speaking of introvert, that Pistol
Yeah.
Pete was very much an
Really?
introvert.
I didn't
Yes,
know that.
very much to himself.
Yeah.
Liked the guys, wasn't a mean guy or anything,
Yeah.
but was to himself and actually enjoyed hanging out with the guys in the dorm that were not necessarily basketball
Oh
players.
wow.
So I think that's pretty cool. But basketball, there's a lot of dumb ones too. You want to know what, like,
Yeah.
when you get to the guys who are talking about the greatest movies ever. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about just sports related.
Right.
The one they're always going to tell you is a movie called Hoops Dreams.
Yeah.
Hoops.
They
Dreams.
think Hoop Dreams are they
Yep.
think it's
The
great
bee's
because
knees. Yeah.
it followed
Is that the
these
one with
guys.
Leonardo? Which one was Leonardo?
No.
That's Basketball
No.
Diaries.
Basketball Diaries. Okay, Hoop Dreams. Okay.
That's
This is a
documentary.
real documentary.
Yes.
Oh
where
yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They followed these guys over like 12 years or something, right?
Yeah.
But hockey. Hey, do you guys know any hockey movies? Because there's one that's great. I'm going back
Flying
in the day.
Ducks.
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks.
Okay,
Not Flying Ducks. Mighty Ducks.
Stan
Okay.
is going to say Slapshot.
Yes, I will.
He's going to say Slapshot, which
Okay,
is
so
a good,
you've
which
seen
is a
it.
good movie. I've seen it. Yes, it's a good movie. But when I was a
haven't seen
kid and I saw Mighty Ducks, it was at the right time. I wanted to play hockey, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn it! I live in Louisiana. I
Yeah.
can't play hockey." You know.
Well, you're right. And I think things are relative to where we are in life and stuff. That's why, obviously, Brian saw. When I think of boxing movies, somebody asked me this actually probably within the last 6 weeks. We were talking about someone. We got on the topic of boxing movies, and obviously everybody's going to talk about Rocky and things
Of
like
course.
that. And I mentioned a movie called The Champ. And they said, The Champ? And they said, what's that? And I said, John Boyd was in it. And he's trying to take care of his little boy who is
Ricky
the guy,
Ricky Schroeder. Yeah.
And at the very end of the movie, he's taking on any fight he can get, right? But he's getting pummeled. But he's making a little money. And he actually dies from internal bleeding in the head.
You like really depressing sports movies. That's what I've discovered here. This is Brian's Song, The Champ. These are all your favorites, but they all have very sad endings.
So I'm actually on the couch. Can I lay down on the couch? It's like a
lot of podcasts do that. Yeah.
It's like a therapy.
Get me comfortable.
But it's not my favorite boxing movie, but it is one that is like high up there simply because and I think 1979, I'm a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid who's like into stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
So it's what you're into.
Like, there's not a whole lot of good current fighting movies, but I thought Southpaw was pretty good.
I did think
Southpaw was good. I liked it. I was going to say there's a movie called Warrior, which is about two brothers who are MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And I saw it in the
it's a
theater.
true story.
I saw it in the theater and I was moved by it. I thought it was
good.
amazing. And then I listen to podcasts like Joe Rogan and others, and because they know fighting, they're like, that movie is so far fetched. Like
Really?
they can't stand it. They find it ridiculous. But like me not knowing the actual.
Here I'm saying I think it's a true story.
Right. I don't think it is, but it's because they fight two fights back to back. Like, and they say no one ever fights MMA 2 fights back to back.
That's not true. The original, I think.
Is that right? Right. They used to get in the ring and
they would go 3 or 4 different fights.
Yeah.
Just
So maybe
as long as you kept winning.
Yeah. I don't know.
It used to be a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And in the tournament, you fought until you.
It's a bracket.
Now, MMA only goes 3 rounds. I say only 3 rounds. I ain't getting in the ring 3 rounds with nobody. But I will say there was one fairly recent, I would say 2016, 17 is the last one that I really enjoyed. And it's called The Fighter. And it had Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg. I enjoyed that.
That was a good one.
That was good.
And that's based on a true story, whatever that means. It's based on a true
Mickey
story.
Rourke in The Wrestler was good.
That was good.
That's
what's the one out of England, a wrestling movie where the family loves wrestling.
Oh,
and this is only a few years ago.
I saw it.
Iron Claw.
No, that's a really recent one.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's Meet the what is it? I saw it. It's a great movie.
It's a little family who sits around and loves wrestling. So like the girl and the guys in the family really like it, and they say, "Let's go try out."
Yeah,
I could jump off that rope and land on my back without it breaking or whatever.
They actually do in their garage, in their backyard. They goof around and like pretend like the family themselves.
Yeah.
Raging Bull obviously is a cinematic sort of genius type movie. Cinderella Man.
That's a good one.
Russell Crowe. That was
so
good.
yeah. And as we spitting these out, I'm thinking to myself, boxing might have the sort of best culmination of.
It's a good it's a good theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's you by yourself.
Mhm.
You know,
It's
trying
a
to
great, and it
fight
also
through.
it's a great visual too.
Yeah,
Like
well,
it's
visuals, yes, with its
the
combined,
obvious
yes.
visual of like a mano a mano
Mhm.
struggle. You know.
that you can just
Obviously.
apply to all kind of areas in your life.
Correct. Obviously, these guys have had something going on in their life. You know,
Mhm.
something that is of interest.
Yeah, I feel
why,
like
why would you want to do that?
exactly. You
Yeah.
don't just fall into boxing. Like that's not.
Not just why would you want to, but why do you want to, and why are you so good at it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
like
so-
Mike Tyson, like the stars, every single star lined up with that dude
Yeah.
to become
So-
who he is.
So, Dustin, could Hangover be a sports movie? Mike Tyson's in it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, does it?
Like, have you guys ever
is-
talked about Die Hard being a Christmas movie?
Of
Yeah,
course.
that-
Well,
that-
Die
that was
Hard
a-
is absolutely a Christmas movie.
So you guys are on the pro side, right?
I am pro.
No, I'm against.
He said-
Nope.
but you said that there's so many boxing movies, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
But I find it odd that there's not more football movies. They have some good ones,
Mm-hmm.
but if you were to name your favorite football movie, I mean, you've got what? Rudy. We've already
Ace
mentioned
Ventura. Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
I'm joking.
Remember the Titans?
Oh yeah, remember
got
the Titans.
Friday
was
Night
good.
Lights, but a lot of that's high school, which is weird. There's very few professional NFL set movies.
What about the one with Jamie Foxx?
That's Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, hated it.
I didn't like it either. Oliver
The
Stone,
one with Keanu Reeves,
The Replacements.
The Replacements.
Liked it from an entertainment standpoint. I like the
just fun.
replacement.
It was
It was
just
funny. Gene Hackman
fun to
does
watch.
his, saves
Yeah.
it a bit, but it's
Yeah.
kind of weak.
You know, if I was pressed to write 100 movies down that I love in my life, I don't know that a football movie would make it. Maybe
Yeah.
Brian's song late in it,
Rudy.
but none of them. Rudy, but I can't even put Rudy in front of Brian's song. So
Yeah,
there was, and there's a few others. Draft Day was fun to watch.
I
just
did
to see
enjoy
how-
Draft Day. Yeah,
I
just
didn't
from
see
the-
that one.
And I don't know if any of that's true or not. That's the problem, though.
right. Yeah. That's like a Moneyball for baseball, right?
I enjoyed that movie.
Moneyball was a great movie, though. I mean, Brad Pitt, fast talking. It's just well written, and
It's
everybody.
but for me, like this being an accountant,
Oh,
the
that's
numbers.
right up your alley, right?
Yeah, it's like
It's analytical,
It's all
Yeah.
analytical,
and it's true.
and it's
Yeah.
That's
true.
exactly what happened. I
Yeah.
can remember that. I could, because
Yeah.
obviously I like Major League Baseball, and I could remember the A's saying, "Hey, we're doing this a different way,
Yeah,
and we got a guy who doesn't even like baseball who's going to analyze this and just figure out
Mhm.
what's best." And actually, all the sports are doing that now. It's not working out great for some of the sports.
Right.
Yeah.
It actually has not worked full time for the Major
the
League Baseball
problem
either.
the problem is it's statistical. So even if it's statistically the right answer,
Yes,
you still have a chance to be wrong.
You're right.
Great
You look,
point.
and then you look like a fool.
Right.
Great
Well,
point.
no, you
Yes.
know this is how statistics work. Over time, I'm going to do it,
Yes.
but it doesn't work in the World Series
great
because
point.
you're out of time.
Great point. And if one of these guys who is statistically a genius does all of this and the team does well and they get in the playoffs and then they lose and everybody says,
That's right.
"Well, we told you," he could turn around and say, "Well, statistically, they don't win it all. They
No.
just get to this point." Or whatever.
Yes.
They can always back it
Right.
up.
So when you have 168 games or however many, yeah, go with statistics until
Yes.
you
I
get
agree.
to the playoffs.
I would tell you this, though, if you haven't seen Brian Piccolo in Brian's song, go back and watch it. It's a good ABC movie of the week. And
I'll have to
one
check it
other
out.
one, North Dallas 40, which is really funny, slash realistic slash. So North Dallas 40, I wish I'd have done my homework and tell you exactly when, but I guess 78, 79, it
Okay.
came out.
I've
And
heard of it.
stars Nick Nolte. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
basically can't use the Dallas Cowboys name, but they're in the Dallas Cowboys camp getting ready for the season. And Nick Nolte and Mac Davis. I don't know if y'all know who Mac Davis is.
Oh, yeah,
Used to be
yeah.
a singer.
Yep.
Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me.
Oh yeah.
So Mac Davis is a quarterback, and Nick Nolte plays a receiver who are older. And
Okay.
they're just trying to make a team, right? They're just
Yeah.
trying to hang on and make a team. And believe it or not, you guys, professional athletes today pay tons of money to keep their body in shape and this
Mhm.
and that. Don't get me wrong, they get in trouble. But they they do the right things with their diet and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, they used to go in at halftime and smoke cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a fact, you know, in the
Mhm.
70s and stuff. Well, that's how these two guys are. They're
Yes.
just good old boys who are
Good
trying
old
to
boys.
make it.
Yeah.
And it shows how they have to shoot up every morning to get their bodies ready for practice.
Oh wow.
And they're just trying to make a team. And
Yeah.
they're divorced 3 times, and they're only like 32 years old. And it was it's
That never
a fun.
happens, right, B?
Yeah.
And I love it because, like, sometimes it is their fault, and sometimes it's not their fault.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's somebody who just wanted to
Right.
get money from it.
Circumstance. Right.
So North Dallas, Florida is another one. If you ever get the opportunity and you go to like Top 10 Video and you're looking for a video,
Yeah.
Doesn't
maybe
exist
pull it
anymore.
down.
The last one I just want to mention is, I don't know if you guys have seen. It's crazy to me that the only movie that's been made about Michael Jordan so far has been Air, which is about the shoe.
Mhm.
It's really more about Nike
Oh,
becoming
that's not true. How about
The
Space
sports-
Jam?
well. Space
I'm
Jam
sorry.
had Michael Jordan in it.
Yes.
Bugs Bunny got top billing, as we discussed on the last episode of.
But I promise you, I've never seen Space Jam in my life. But if I do see Space Jam, the original Space Jam, I'm seeing it because Michael Jordan was in it.
Yes,
Yeah,
well, you're not
of course.
missing much, and I haven't watched Space Jam 2 with LeBron James because I'm just not doing it.
But my grandkids, I got grandkids all under 10 years old. They love it.
But it's weird, right? Because Jordan hasn't been playing for how many years? It's been decades now, and
been a
there's
minute.
not been a Michael Jordan movie. I just find that odd, right? I mean, everybody says he's the best player ever.
Well, it's up
LeBron
to him.
James has even
It's up
made
to
a movie
him.
about
I
himself.
guarantee you, he's had endless offers,
He has to have,
and it's all
I
on
would
him.
bet.
It's
I
all
would
in
bet
him.
that.
because
And then, how do you make a movie when you had the Last Dance documentary come out?
Oh,
That's
right?
true.
Fantastic.
What are you going to do in a movie that it doesn't do in like all of these hours of
Yeah.
footage
Yeah.
with him?
Right.
So I don't know that you could.
I think
I will say, you mentioned Air, which I think is a very good movie. Air doesn't happen if it's not Michael Jordan either. So
no,
Yeah.
and I think Air did have his blessing because Ben Affleck, who directed the movie, said that he contacted Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and Jordan had a few stipulations and said, "I will let you make this movie if you cast Viola Davis as my mom, and you also have to put these other 2 people in this movie."
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he was involved tangentially, but I don't think he actually, he wasn't a producer or anything like that. I think it's an underrated movie. It's really about the shoe and about Nike, but
Yeah.
Jordan does appear in it. There's a guy that they cast as Jordan, and he's in it, and he says a few lines, but you never really see his face. And Ben Affleck said, everybody knows what he looks like and who Michael Jordan is from this generation. So I can't put him. I can't have a person play
He
him
did the right thing.
because everybody's going to be like, "That's not Michael Jordan.
That's not Michael Jordan. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Michael Jordan."
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
How about this
Yeah.
one, Dustin? And I don't know if B knows this even, that we had that opportunity to go talk to Ed Ogeron. We didn't even mention The Blind Side, right?
Yes.
And we're sitting there interviewing the guy who was in
Really
The Blind
good.
Side,
Yep.
which he says was a ball of fun.
Yeah.
He had a great time. He also said he had some things with our girl Sandra Bullock.
Yes. He
You know, we're not gonna
thoroughly
talk-
enjoyed Sandra Bullock. That's right.
But it just
Working with her. We're not
Okay.
putting words.
Because I
in
think
his
you just started a rumor.
mouth.
Oh no, absolutely. Working with her, appreciating her,
Yeah.
appreciating what it takes to make a movie.
Yeah.
He made the comment though that, in that movie they actually were not going to use the authentic coaches. Like
Yes.
they were not going to use Ed Ogeron. They were not going to use Nick Saban. They were not going to use Lou Holtz. And then they said, why not? These are the guys who were the coaches.
Right.
Let's
right.
invite him in. And he kind of sounded like he felt like he was the best of all of them. Like Sandra pulled him to the side and said, "You're the best one. You did the best job," kind of thing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thanks for listening to the Introverse. New episodes every Monday, wherever the podcasts roam. Catch us on our YouTube channel at Introverse Pod. The Introverse is a part of the Introverse Podcast Network.